Welcome back to the channel, people. KG is here. Match reaction time. Oh, Lord. I mean, what? I mean, that game. I mean, listen, let's get into it in a minute. As you come in, obviously, please hit the likes on the video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and leave your comments on the live chat now. If you're watching after, leave your comments on the video. Leeds United 0, Aston Villa 0, and the game was just so scrappy. It was like an aggressive under 10s match where you can't keep control of any of the players. Yeah, it was all mad. Mike Adams is saying good point one. Okay, yeah, good point in the end. All things considering, we have to go with that. It's very disappointing. No, I mean, obviously today's game, you're looking at it and you're trying to get 3 points, but circumstances changed that. Chris is saying disappointing, but at least we didn't lose it. Yep. Napa saying diabolical football. Lewis saying it's okay, haven't played in a month, impressed with Bamford when he came on. T85 saying evening Dr. KG, referee ruined that game yet again, should have started Bamford. Yeah, there was a few things in the starting lineup that I thought we can do better with, for me, just for fluidity's sake and trying to get up the pitch a bit better. And I've mentioned it many times on here before, so it won't be a surprise to you when I say it, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Yeah, Jasby, a crap game, but got a point. Yeah, absolutely. Vic saying the same. Under the circumstances, it was a good point. Yeah. And Lee Waters, absolutely. If you don't win, don't lose. Yeah. But Nabino, this is it here. That was a hard watch. It absolutely was. And listen, just earlier in the day, you see in Manchester City versus Man United, you see the quality on show there. Then all of a sudden, boy, this game stunk out the joint, didn't it? But listen, it is what it is for this one today. You know me, I don't usually talk about refs, but what I have said before is when you know the referee is going to be bad, and you could see pretty early on he wasn't going to be very good today, you have to follow the flow of the referee, and he was awful. But it's up to you then to make sure that you don't give him any easy decisions to make. And I think we were guilty of that, especially after the sending off. I think we was just petulant little fouls here and there. But on the other side as well, Leon Bailey should have been booked before he actually got booked and subbed off. But that's what you have to do. When the referee's not good, you have to try and follow his flow. Okay, Chris is saying the point is not good. Same as Southampton, it's 2 lost. Villa are dreadful. Listen, Chris, I'm with you in terms of the overall picture. It's not good. You should always be targeting 3 points in these kind of games, especially at home. But circumstances in the game dictate that in the end it was a good point. But I know exactly what you mean, Chris, because I'm not happy that we only got a point against Villa today. I'm not happy with that at all. Charlie is saying commentary said the ref hasn't got anything wrong today. The bias is incredible. Yeah, I think it was Andy. Is it Andy Hinchcliffe? Next Wednesday, man. Come on, he was never going to be impartial. Bob's. Oh, let me just get that back. Bob's Cooper scares me. Could have given away a pen in the first half and always attacking the ball. And always attacking ball and heading into Villa midfielders. Oh yeah, Who I can't remember who he pulled back, Bobs, but I know the incident you're talking about. But yeah, I hear you. But I won't say too much now. But I hear what you're saying. Yeah. Tom is saying 100% Cine send this up. Cine send this up. No. Cine sending off was correct. The issue is referee inconsistencies. Yeah, and let's get into that, because obviously that was a big turning point in the game, and in a game with not a lot to talk about. So Sinisterra, for his second yellow, gets booked for blocking the ball. Smart by Villa. They took the free kick knowing he wasn't back further enough and that he was going to stick his leg up. Not that he was going to stick his leg up, but he wasn't further back than he should be. So they took it quickly in order to get, hey, he's blocked it. And he helped him out even more by sticking out his leg. The thing is, for the first one, he should have known, even though his first one I think was a bit harsh for his yellow card, he should have known being on a yellow card, you can't do that. So it was right that he got sent off a second yellow. Maybe the first yellow was debatable, because you saw in the first minute or two, Leon Bailey kicked the ball away when we got a free kick, but he didn't get a booking. Now, I don't care how early, how late it is in the game. It was the same instance where you've blocked the free kick for the taking team. But Leon Bailey didn't get caution for that, but Sinisterra did. It's the inconsistencies, and I completely agree with that, Tom. Let me just get John saying, yeah, Firpo was so much better today. Yeah, I thought he did all right when he came on. He made a really good tackle towards the end as well. And that's the thing, John. I went with Firpo to start because, again, we saw in the first half, Pascal Struijk, yet again, nothing wrong with Pascal defensively. He's my guy. Pascal is my guy. And I would absolutely have him in the heart of defense. But we saw again in the first half, if you can remember that, we was getting down the left-hand side, and there was a few times where a natural left back is probably going to whip the ball in. He's probably going to just whip it in, see what happens. But Pascal just had to hold on to it because he's not going to whip it in first time. And then the times he did cross it in, they were just long, looping, hanging balls that are never going to generate a goal. So that's why for me, I would have started Firpo in this game if he was able to start, and just put Pascal back at centre back. But the partnership between Struijk and Cooper for me as well doesn't generate enough pace. It's a very slow side as well. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but until we get Firpo playing in that position, we're gonna have this issue. We've had this issue all season long with Pascal on the left. And again, once again, not criticizing Pascal, he's been brilliant for us, but going forward, we are hindered there with him at left back. Let's see. Charlie saying, can't believe how bad Villa were. Yeah, for me, Villa, yeah, that wasn't good. And you would think as well, being the team when you've got 11 men for nearly a full half of a game, to show a bit more urgency than they did. They weren't urgent enough for me. And I think Steven Gerrard will probably be very disappointed with them in their second half performance because the game was there to be taken. We were done. We were basically done. Once that sending off happened, we dropped back, we dropped deep, and we kind of play for a point, which is smart. It's smart management in the circumstances. But I think Villa will probably be disappointed that they didn't take all 3 points. Vic is saying, to be fair, Mings pulled Cooper's shirt first. Oh, in terms of the penalty, yeah. The only thing is with that, Vic, is that those things. I mean, it didn't happen. It wasn't a penalty. They did check it, but sometimes they don't even take notice of that first pull. They look at the defender on the attacker. So he just has to be a bit more careful. But I know what you're saying. Mings did. That's why I think it wasn't given in the end. Let me get into your comments because in all fairness, guys, there's not a lot to get through today. The game was dire, absolutely dire. Scooby saying a real lack of quality, but scratching for positives. Good fight and fairly solid defensively with 5 at the back. That's stretching, though. It is stretching, Scooby, but you are correct as well at the same time. Listen, I thought before the game got a bit niggly, I thought Rocker was a class act. But then he got a bit spicy. He started to get a little bit agitated with the referee and circumstances around that. Rodrigo kind of lost his head a little. I thought Adams was really good as well, breaking up the play and moving forward. I thought he was good. Aronson, yet again, doubled up, but he's still trying to do the best he can in those positions. Thought Harrison was a little bit anonymous today, not going to lie. Listen, last time I praised Harrison, no one agreed with me. I wonder if people disagree with me now, but I thought Harrison was a bit anonymous today. Let me get your thoughts on that. But there were some good performances out there before things went haywire. Listen, Sinisterra, before he got sent off, I thought he was doing his magic. He was creating space. He was creating room for the players when he was going past like 2-3 players. That was good. It's just just got to learn in this league, man. You can't do petulant stuff like that. Let's have a look. Ben saying, you can say it's a bad point, but at least you won't ever see us time wasted in the 10th minute. That's fair, Ben. That is fair. Champs is asking how many games does he miss, KG? He misses the one. Champs, it was a second yellow, so it's just a one game. I need to move down. I haven't put the slow mode on, man. I haven't put the slow mode on. That's my bad. Yeah, okay. Let's go in through some of your comments now. Scott is saying Harrison was poor today, losing possession. Yeah, that's what I mean. He wasn't good today. He's allowed enough game, I guess, but yeah, that wasn't good. Ian saying I didn't notice Harrison until he walked off. Tremendous. Uh, let's have a look. What's everyone saying, man? It's so poor today. The game is so poor, and this weekend has had a few real good games, and trust us to throw up a stinker on TV. Yeah, Scooby Jack look last on the right. Yeah, I mean it's accommodating Sinisterra on the left, isn't it? So maybe that is a point that maybe Jack's position shouldn't be on the right, but we've got to get Sinisterra in. I think Harrison will probably revert back to the left next week against Palace as no Cine. It's such a shame Sinisterra is going to be missing that Palace game, man. Could have really done with him in that game, especially with the other players that Palace have gotten like Zaha, Eze, and gonna miss him. Gonna miss him, man. Detailies, good point. Horrible football, yeah, yeah. Craig, is it my Leeds goggles or was the ref shambolic? He was bad, but like I keep saying, the referee changed the outcome with the red card, but it's up to you to be smarter. And Sinisterra wasn't smart in that instance. He just walked away. The free kick was given. He should have walked away. Listen, somebody else that did a real good job in the ref's ear today was Ashley Young. I don't know if anyone noticed him. I don't know if anyone noticed Ashley Young today, but he was talking a lot to the ref. That's how you get the job done, people. That's how you do it. That's the dark arts. That's the dark arts. He was there every time there was a foul, every time that one of our players was blowing up at the ref. Ashley Young was right there talking to the ref very calmly, but very authoritatively. And he's not even their captain. It's John McGinn. That's how you do it. It's a shame, but that's how it goes. Yeah, Athena saying with Cine out, I'd like to see Nyanto get some game time next game. Yeah, that's a shame as well. With that sending off, I think Nyanto was going to come on during the second half. But obviously, plans changed once Sinisterra got sent off. Lee Waters is saying, I think it could be the most boring game I've watched us play in the last 5 years. Exactly, Lee. That's why I won't be on too long today, because there's just literally nothing to talk about. The only thing I will say, Melier, yeah. Oh, Tom's right here. Melier flapping out a lot, little dodgy on crosses. Yeah, Melier made a brilliant save at the end, by the way, just to make sure that we left with a point from Watkins. Really good save. But yeah, today, man, he wasn't very commanding today. Punching at things where I think he should have caught or even getting a better punch on it. I think he should have been doing better. But yeah, it wasn't Melier's best game today. And it's really weird to say that on a 0-0. But he was very, very shaky for me today. But that save at the end is worth a point. So that's what he's there for. Let's give him his credit there. What is everyone saying today, people? What is everyone saying? The doctor back in the house. Doctor, this guy only ever turns up when Harrison drops a stinker. He only ever turns up when Harrison drops a stinker. Listen, Doctor, I appreciate you, man. Harrison, Christensen, Harrison, these are your boys. Yeah, they listen. Wait. Listen, it's not me though, is it? I'm not making them play like this. Come on, Doctor. Doctor, when Harrison scores next game or whenever he does, I need you to come back because you're never there when he does well. You're never there. But thank you for the super chat as always, man. Tasha saying too many headless chickens out there. Even with 11 men, we were bad. Going to be a long season. Yeah. Listen, the way that we haven't been playing games, and we've just been dropping back. Where was we? 8th, 9th, or something like that. We was in 13th or something. We were starting to look back over our shoulders like Mike and the Mechanics. So it was important that we didn't lose today because as teams, there's so many like weird results going on in the Prem. It's so weird. And the weekend as well, like solidified that we just have to take care of our business, people. And that's why 3 points today would have been beautiful, but it wasn't to be. It wasn't to be. Kalen, is that Kalen? I hope it is anyway. Christensen was better today defensively. Yes, he was. For me, overall, I think this was probably Rasmus's most solid game. I still would like to see him get forward a bit more, although there was an opportunity where he was forward. I think it was Harrison with the ball and he just didn't put it over to him, but he was ready to shoot and he didn't get the ball. But yeah, Christensen was much better today. And Ben's just echoing that. I thought Rasmus had a better time of it today. Absolutely. Vic Vinegar, KG, did you captain Haaland today? I absolutely did. No regrets on that one. I knew it. It was sometimes you just have to go with storylines. Sometimes you just have to go with storylines. Alfie Haaland, our ex-player, he got ended by Roy Keane. This guy, he would want revenge, and he even said at the start of the season he's looking forward to this game. And he's not one of these players that talks a lot and don't back it up. I believe him when he says, I want to damage Man United. So, yeah, it was an easy captain decision for me today. Brian's just saying, can't blame the ref. We ain't good enough. Yeah, I don't blame the ref today. I don't. I thought he was bad. But again, I can't put the blame on the ref when we've kind of set up wrong for me anyway with with Strauch and Cooper on the left-hand side. It's just not a good mix in the Prem. I'm sorry, it's just not. I would have Strauch in the middle with Firpo starting. We needed natural width today, and we didn't get it. So we kind of handicapped ourselves there in a few areas. And then obviously the sending off doesn't help. So, and it, even though it wasn't a yellow card at first for his first tackle, I thought that was harsh. You've got to know that you're on a tightrope and not make a silly mistake. And unfortunately, that's what Cine did. Yep, Scott Lining. Yep, Rasmus absolutely fine today. Yep, Athena Brightside Rasmus got over the halfway line. He did. He certainly did. Karen here, big sport of the channel. Thank you, Karen. Absolute stinker of a game today. Only one shot on target, poor performance. Yeah, I think they threw up a graphic afterward, didn't they? Saying once we had the sending off, we didn't have any shots, probably until later on, and then we only had 28% possession. I mean, there's not much you're going to do with that, is there? Yeah, that's what I mean. The Beano, if we had won, we'd have been 8th. Exactly, man. We'd have jumped above Liverpool. That's how crazy the league is right now. Even though Liverpool, for me, are a little bit washed up. I've been telling them, but they didn't want to listen. They didn't want to listen. Charlie saying Tyler was good again today. He was amazing. He was good. I was about to say amazing. No, he was very, very good. Charlie, he was excellent for me today. It's just nice, isn't it, having that midfield protection? Just think if this was last season and we went down to 10 men, we've been driving buses for our midfield. But with Rucker and Adams there, I feel so comfortable and confident, and Aronson too. I'll put all three together. Just so comfortable with our midfield three. It's so good to have them here. Not only are they good workhorses, they're good on the ball, good quality. No complaints with those three at all. Let's have a look. Just going through some more of your comments. Just missing that final pass. At least we got a point. Yep, Scally, nice one. Athena, thoughts on Rodrigo? Yeah, I thought he was okay. I thought he was all right, but once he lost his head, I thought his game went a little bit off the boil. He got booked for dissent as well. Yeah, you're going to get this from Rodrigo though. He's not going to be what you saw at the start of the season where he's scoring nearly every week. It's just not going to happen. But I thought he was okay. He had a good shot in the first half where it just went past the post. Very good shot. But yeah, he was okay. He was okay. But we move on to the next one. Kieran, yeah, that's my message. Haaland to Leeds 2032. It's coming, people. Just wait 10 years. Hopefully I'm still here and we can talk about him signing for us in 10 years' time. Let's go. I'll take him at 32. He's still going to be a killer then. Still going to be a killer. It's going to be scary though, man. Haaland on Boxing Day and he's not going to the World Cup. Oi, oi, oi. I am not looking forward to that. Caspadinho, what's up with Gelhart? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I didn't see him. He wasn't on the bench, was he? So yeah, I didn't see that. I don't know what's going on with him. Santana, Villa moved the ball a lot quicker than Leeds. They did. There was a couple times as well where I thought we hung on to the ball a bit too long. But yeah, Villa did move the ball quickly. But I still don't think they were playing with any urgency though. So yeah. Louis saying Aronson hit the ground a lot today. Hope he's okay. Yeah, I hope he's okay too, man. He was getting kicked up, but I think he's used to it. I think he was getting the rough treatment for America as well in the international break. So just put some ice on it, man. Let's move on. Oh, Chronicles, okay. It's saying Aronson a bit headless today, and he has been for a while. Okay, interesting. Solanum, all of your usual suspects did okay. Furpo, Cooper, Bamford. Is Furpo one of my usual suspects? I don't know. I don't know if he is. I don't think he's great, but I would still start him. So I don't know if that can be one of my usual suspects. Because if you're a usual suspect for me, I don't want you starting for my team. Oh Lord. Let's have a look. Scooby saying, I'm not convinced Rocket is fit to lace Tyler and Brendan's boots. It'd be too tiring for him. What? Scooby, you're not convinced by Mark Rocker, no? No, surely not Scooby. Opinions, huh? Opinions. Oh, man. Let's have a look. Yeah, if Athena saying if I were Villa, I'd be kicking myself. Yep, so would I. I'd be very disappointed if my team had put in that performance in the second half against 10 men for nearly a full half of the game. So, yeah, Ted saying, considering red card, it was a good point, which is the only positive. Yeah. Oh, Chronicle saying, now Rocco was amazing today, one of our few decent players. Okay. Jamie Lowe is also saying about Aronson, think Brendan has been average by the Chelsea and Wolves games. Interesting, people. Let me just see if anyone said anything so far. Hold on a minute. While I'm doing that, please hit the likes on the video. Please do that for me. Yeah, nothing's been said so far. Yeah, Jay, just on other news, Bruno Lage has been sacked. That was coming. They're just so bad to watch. Hope it doesn't affect our Carabao Cup run though, with a new manager coming in. I want trophies this season. I would love a trophy or cup run. But yeah, it was coming. What is it? 3 goals, 1 win in 15. They stink up the joint. And the thing is that they've got good players in their team. They've really got good players. So there's no excuse for them to be as bad as they are. And it's down to the manager. Yes, it's all good and well when it's working and you're winning 1-0. But when the goals dry up and you start losing, it sucks. So yeah, I could see that coming. Chronicle saying Lars always seemed to have a bit of a nasty character. Doubt he had much love from the players. Well, listen, at least Jesse doesn't have to worry about why he didn't answer his email anymore, right? He doesn't have to care anymore. Okay, from a neutral, is saying, I think Aronson is great in your midfield. Is the least of the worries. Well balanced. Can't say the same about the defense. Fair. Frank Siegel, I have to get that one. FIFA 23 is out now if you want trophies, mate. Tremendous. Well, I want trophies though, man. We're capable. We're capable of a cup run at least. Give me something to hold on to, man. Give me something to look forward to. Ali saying, what Villa players would you take at Leeds, KG? I thought Louise and Consa looked good. Yeah, Jacob Ramsey for one. I would definitely take Jacob Ramsey. Douglas Louise, I think, is a fine operator as well. And you know what? Douglas Louise has got through the allegations of being the bench warmer out of all the midfielders because he's come through and he's been starting nearly every game for Villa. So he's good. Just trying to think who else. Matt Cash, when he's fit, I would have Matt Cash. And that's another thing as well, people. Just quickly as well, before I go. They didn't have Luca Dean or Matt Cash today. Come on. They were... you know what? Yeah, that's not good. They didn't have Luca Dean or Matt Cash. The 2 starting fullbacks, and we still couldn't get through them. Yeah. But yeah. Douglas Louise and Jacob Ramsey stick out in my mind. Is that Stephen or Stehan? Okay, Stehan. We'll go with Stehan. What an awful game. I'm failing to see any cohesion in our play at all. Very poor. Okay. No, listen. I hear that, can we make the excuse that it's been 29 days? Can we make that one, or should they be refreshed? Up to you. Leave it in the comments after the video too. Yeah, Darren Coutinho was average, yeah, and that's what I was thankful for as well, by the way. With us having a midfield now, Coutinho wasn't running a show like he was doing before, and he has been average overall for Villa since he's come in. It was like he had a few good games when he first signed, and one was against us, but otherwise he's been meaty. He's been so meaty. So I'm glad that we are past the point now of making players that need a boost play us, and then we give them the boost. I'm glad that that stuff is over with for now. Lewis is saying Villa was a bare bones team and we still couldn't do anything with the full squad. Not a good sign for the future. I hear that. Absolutely hear that. I still think no. Overall, Lewis, though, if it's saying full squad, even though Rodrigo should be enough, I would probably start Bamford ahead of Rodrigo still, just on the basis of what Bamford can give us in and around the box. I hate saying that. You guys know I love shooters. And it doesn't give me any pleasure in saying that. I love shooters. I love people that actually score goals. But in the way that we play, I think Bamford is probably more effective at the top of the pitch for us. But we have to manage him. We've heard Jesse Marr say it. We have to manage him with kid gloves. So it doesn't surprise me when Rodrigo is starting again. It's been a disaster. It's been absolutely a disaster, hasn't it? HVD is saying, our want for pace kills all our brains, always too focused on sending the ball forward. If you can move the ball forward with efficiency, then it's all good. But yeah, there was a few times today where we could have moved it with a bit smarter than we did today. But yeah, it's tough. But listen, still got a point today, people, with 10 men. 10 men. Charlie saying, I think Perkins should be in contention for the next game now since he's suspended. Yeah, and that's another thing as well. Perkins, I would love to see him get some game time soon. I said it in my preview, but I really want Perkins to get some time on the pitch and see what he's about. Because for me, he is a shooter. I'm not looking for the whole hustle and bustle, hold up, and everything else like that from him. I'm looking for somebody that is going to stick the ball in the net, and I think he will be in those right places at the right time. He's got that knack, that striker's knack that people need. And you can see why he was highly rated by West Ham. You can see it. So, but, I don't know if it's going to happen at Crystal Palace. I don't know, but we'll see. I would love to see Sonny Perkins. Sam Luckett is saying, until the Reddit was fine, 2 average teams playing slightly subpar. That's very, very generous. I think a lot of comments are being skewed by how it went after going down to 10. Yeah, I hear that. Yeah. It was. I mean, it was such a diabolical game. I don't know how we've got so much to talk about out of it. Amazing. Let's have a look. Has Jesse said anything that's printed yet? Just having a look now, people. Nah, nothing. Yeah, nothing yet. So we'll just do a couple more minutes of your comments and then we'll wrap up because hey, nothing else to really talk about, people. Jack, in regards to the striker thing, is saying Jack Sims is saying, I think Bamford has to start versus Palace. Yeah, in our current setup, yeah, he does have to start if he's fit and ready to go. But it's touch and go, isn't it? We never know with Bamford. Charlie saying regarding Perkins, he's really on fire. I don't care if it's under 21s and youth international games. The guy is a finisher. Yeah, and Charlie though, what I will say though is that there are players that do that and they're not ready for the Prem. It's a completely different thing, but you can see that he's just got this something, and you can't describe it, but he's got this something that lets you just think he's ready to just go. Now, I'm not saying he'll score us 20 goals a season at this point, but I think we'd get a few more points playing him than we do with other people. So I think it's worth putting him in at some point, whether it's a start or whether it's from the bench. It's good to see him get some first team minutes, man. Good to see him get first team minutes. Indian Joe is saying Harrison is anonymous 3 games out of 4. Yeah, I mean, listen, I thought he was all right in the last one, but was it Brentford or was it the one before? Yeah, you know what? It couldn't have been Brentford. Couldn't have been that one. And yeah, Charlie just saying again, he'll make an impact like Gelhardt and Greenwood. Yeah, and that's the thing as well. It doesn't matter about no blocking the path. And I said this again on my preview, but it's not about blocking anyone's path. It's about seeing who's the best. And the best case scenario for us, and I said to Mr. P on the comment, shout out to Mr. P, big support of the channel, is that somebody's better than Gelhardt. That's the best outcome for Leeds United. Never mind Gelhardt. The best outcome would be Perkins coming in and just smashing whatever Gelhardt did last season into the water. That would be the best outcome, because then we're like, wow, we got Gilhart, we got Perkins, we've got a dearth of quality options, and that's what we're looking to have. That's what it's all about. Yeah, Martin, only one shot on target today doesn't cut it. It doesn't at all. At all. Scooby saw comedian Catherine Ryan in York on Thursday was blinding, far more entertaining. I'm sure it was, man. I'm sure it was. Very disappointing. Yeah, I mean, just in closing now, very disappointing in terms of waiting a month to see our team again. I was so hyped up for this game, and yeah, it was a dud, wasn't it? A dud. And especially when if everyone watched the Manchester derby earlier, the North London derby yesterday, and a host of other games, we've really put in a stinker today, along with Brentford and Bournemouth. Is what it is, though, man. We go again next week, and we see what we can do. Just before I exit, okay, yeah, Jesse's talking now. Just hold on with me a second. Hold on with me a second. Okay, yeah. Jesse's saying first half I thought we could have been more assertive. Yeah. The second yellow isn't an intelligent play and gets us into trouble, but we worked on man down tactics a week ago and submitted a video for them to watch last night. That helped. I love how Jesse is preparing, because he knows that was something as well. Our discipline is not there, is it? The discipline is more like if I was managing the team and I was telling everyone to rough anyone up, but I'm not a professional, so I can say that the lack of discipline sometimes is appalling, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Martin is saying that. Ditto, real lack of general discipline. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I don't mind us getting in people's faces and stuff, but the little petulant fouls, we have to get rid of those ones, because yeah, it's just not good. But I love how he was setting up for 10 men. It's good. And Marsh on a referee. I'm not commenting on the official, but it says the league spoke to managers this week about how the games would be controlled better. I feel sorry for our fans. Are we discussing that with the league? Oh, Jesse. Jesse, please don't talk to the league. They don't want to see you no more. Please. Oh, Jesse, don't talk to the league anymore. Please, just don't do it. Oh, Lord. Oh, sorry, Frank. I was just doing a quick theme while I was reading. Just on that as well, it's nothing major, but match of the day. At the start of the titles where they've got players for each team, as is Luke Ayling, man. Come on, man. We got someone better than that, surely. You know what I mean? It's a small thing, but I looked at it and I was like, Luke Ayling, like, really? That's the best we got? Yeah. Karen saying we have no discipline in the team. Yeah, it's mad. It's mad. Once one loses their head, they all lost it. It was a mazza. Oh, okay. Interesting, people that asked about Gelhart. Marshawn Gelhart, he's healthy, so he is fit, people. We decided not to have him in the squad. It was running to boost his fitness levels. That is very interesting. That is very interesting. So obviously, Gelhart at the minute is not preferred. We saw Nanto on the bench. We've seen Rodrigo start Bamford on the bench. Gelhart not even in the squad. That's going to be interesting to watch now, people. Okay, and Marsh says Bamford took a knock and missed some training this week. Wasn't certain to be involved today, but was okay to be on the bench, guys. Oh Lord, what can you do? What can you do? I'm very interested in the Gelhart thing, and I wonder here. Joe Mark is saying here Perkins is better than Gelhart. I do wonder if Perkins is going to jump ahead of him now. Always looked at Joe Gelhart as a first team player now, this season especially. The fact that he's been left out of the squad altogether and he's fully fit, he's obviously not in the manager's favorite books right now. Very, very interesting. Bandy in the house. You just gave Jesse Marsh the best advice. What was that? Who is that? Are you talking to someone in the chat? Gavin, is that how you feel? I got to put this one up. Gavin is saying Marsh will take us down. Wow. Anyone in the chat currently here now think that, and people in the comments after the video's done, let me know. But yeah, I think that is it, people. Yeah, I think that is it. That's the best. That's the meat off the bones. Yeah, and we go again next week, people. So I will be back at some point next week, and we'll talk again with each other. People that haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and watch, please. That's the best thing. Don't subscribe and then don't watch. No point. And yeah, like the video. That's the best way to help out the channel. That is the best way, because it's all algorithm, people. Algorithm kills channels. So as long as you're liking the videos, I will keep on seeing them, and I will pop up on other people's feeds. And that's what we all want, right? That's what we all want. Okay, just going with the going down thing. I can't leave you just yet. Tasha's saying, KG, I said in my prediction at the start of the season, we will go down with this football. You did. I remember that. I think you did say that on my channel, didn't you? It's interesting. I don't think we will go down. For anyone that's wondering, I don't think we will go down. I think there will be 3 teams worse. Remember me saying that last year? Remember that one? But we're not making it easy on ourselves. When you look at it in totality and some of the points we've dropped, that away game at Southampton, 2-2, when we should have won that one. You know, Brentford away, battered. Everton, 1-1 draw. At home. Was it at home? I think it was at home, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. And of course, Brighton, but Brighton are a good team. But yeah, the drop points are concerning for me, but I still think we got more to give. And maybe as we get into more games, maybe as we get into more of a pattern, playing more actual games that matter, maybe that will come. Bandy, oh yeah, you should not talk to league. Yeah, I just don't think the league want to speak to him. I don't think the referees want to see Jesse Marsh anymore. Gotta be honest. I know what you think of Marsh, Bandy. I know. John saying there are at least 2 or 3 teams above us in the league who we are better than, and we are better than all those below us, except perhaps for Palace and Leicester. Yeah, there's still adjustments in the league to be done. Fulham started this weekend in the top 6. They're not a top 6 team at all. Things will start to look a bit more normal soon. And that's why I've just got confidence that we'll be okay overall. We just have to get a run of games together for me at this moment in time. But I'm still backing Jesse at this point. And Athena's the same. Too early not to back Marsh. Yeah. It's all opinions, of course, but yeah, we'll see what happens. And Diggler, this isn't the first comment I've seen. It's just that they've been flying up, but I'll catch it now. I was wondering today if the refs had turned on Marsh, and some people have said that. Like I say to people, referees are humans. They're not, even though we'd like to think of them as program robots, they're not. They're humans, and they will all talk to each other. They all talk. They probably got a referee group chat saying, "Hey, this Jesse Marsh said to me, blah 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 blah." And that's why he's got banned. The so and so. They all talk. So there is things to look out for, but I still want him to keep backing us the way he backs us on the sidelines. We still need that, much like Ashley Young was for Villa today. You got to do it, but you just got to do it in a more measured manner. That's what I would say. Yeah, but listen, people, 40 minutes on a game that has offered nothing. I don't know how I've done it. Please give me a clap. But no, shout out to everyone in the live chat that's made it a lively one. We'll be back next week. Hit the like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.